Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Daily English Fluent Podcast. I am Jake, and today I am very happy to practice English with you. In today's podcast, we are going to talk about something that is part of everyone's daily life: cooking and food. We all need to eat, and many of us cook, buy groceries, order food, eat with family, or enjoy trying different dishes. Food is also one of the easiest topics to use when meeting new people. If you can talk comfortably about what you eat and how you cook, you can have many natural conversations in English. Let's begin with a very common question. What kind of food do you like? You can answer, I really like Italian food, or I love spicy food. Maybe you prefer simple, home-cooked meals. You can say, I enjoy simple food like rice, vegetables, chicken, and soup. If you love trying different things, you could say, I enjoy trying food from different countries. You do not need to know the names of hundreds of dishes. Start with the foods you actually eat and enjoy. Another common question is, what's your favorite food? You could say, my favorite food is pasta. But instead of stopping there, add a reason. Say, my favorite food is pasta because it is simple, delicious, and easy to make. Then add a personal detail. I usually make it at home on weekends. Now your answer gives the other person more opportunities to continue the conversation. Let's practice another example. My favorite food is grilled chicken with rice and vegetables. I like it because it is simple and filling. I usually eat it for lunch or dinner. Sometimes I cook it myself, and sometimes my family makes it. I like adding different spices to give it more flavor. Notice the word filling. If food is filling, it makes you feel full and satisfied after eating it. Now let's talk about cooking. Someone might ask, do you like cooking? You can say, yes, I do. I really enjoy cooking. Maybe cooking is not your favorite activity. You can say, I cook because I need to, but I don't really love it. Or perhaps you are learning, I am still learning how to cook, but I enjoy trying simple recipes. All of these answers are natural because people have different relationships with cooking. If you enjoy cooking, you can explain why. You might say, I like cooking because it helps me relax. You can say, I enjoy making food for my family. Maybe you like experimenting. I love trying new recipes and using different ingredients. Or you might enjoy saving money. I prefer cooking at home because it is cheaper than eating out. Adding a reason makes a simple answer sound much more complete. Now, let's learn some basic cooking verbs. We can cut vegetables, chop onions, wash rice, boil water, fry eggs, bake bread, grill chicken, mix ingredients, and add salt. These verbs are useful when describing how you prepare food. For example, first, I chop the vegetables. Then I heat some oil in a pan. After that, I add the vegetables and cook them for a few minutes. You can describe many recipes using simple verbs and short sentences. Sequence words are very important when talking about cooking. You can use first, then, next, after that, and finally. For example, first, I wash the potatoes. Then I cut them into small pieces. Next, I add some oil and spices. After that, I put them in the oven. Finally, I serve them with chicken. These words make your explanation easy to follow, even if your English is still at a beginner level. Let's imagine someone asks, what can you cook well? You might say, I can make a really good vegetable soup. Then explain a little, I usually make it with potatoes, carrots, onions, and tomatoes. It is easy to prepare, and I often make it when the weather is cold. Or you could say, I make good pasta, but I am not very good at baking. This is a natural way to talk about both your strengths and things you are still learning. Now let's talk about breakfast. Someone may ask, what do you usually eat for breakfast? You can answer, I usually have eggs and bread. Maybe your breakfast is lighter. I normally have fruit, yogurt, and coffee. Perhaps you are busy in the morning. I don't have much time for breakfast, so I usually eat something quick. Talking about breakfast is useful because it connects food vocabulary with your everyday routine. Lunch and dinner are also easy conversation topics. You could say, for lunch, I usually eat something simple because I am working. You might bring food from home. I usually prepare my lunch the night before and take it to work. For dinner, you could say, I normally cook at home and eat with my family. If your schedule changes, you might say, during the week I cook simple meals, but on weekends I have more time to make something special. Let's practice a short conversation. Do you like cooking? Yes, I do. I cook most evenings. What do you usually make? Mostly simple meals like rice, chicken, soup, or pasta. What's your favorite thing to cook? Probably pasta because it is easy and I can make it in different ways. Do you follow recipes? Sometimes, but I usually change them a little. That sounds good. Thanks. What about you? Do you cook often? Remember, talking about cooking and food does not require difficult vocabulary. Begin with foods you know well. Say what you like eating, what you usually cook, and what you have for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Then add small details about ingredients, flavors, or how you prepare a meal. The more you connect English with food you actually eat in your everyday life, the easier these words and sentences will become to remember. Now let's talk about grocery shopping because food life is not only about eating and cooking. Before we cook, we often need to buy ingredients. Someone might ask, where do you usually buy groceries? You can say, I usually go to a supermarket near my home. Maybe you prefer a local market. You could say, I like buying fruit and vegetables at the local market because they are usually fresh. Grocery shopping gives you many useful words for everyday English. Before going shopping, some people make a shopping list. You can say, I usually check my kitchen and write a list before I go to the supermarket. Maybe you need milk, eggs, bread, rice, vegetables, fruit, chicken, or cooking oil. You could say, I try to plan my meals before I shop because it helps me buy only what I need. If you often forget something, you can say, I always make a list because otherwise I forget things. Now let's talk about ingredients. An ingredient is one of the foods you use to make a dish. For example, if you make vegetable soup, your ingredients might include potatoes, carrots, onions, tomatoes, salt, and water. Someone may ask, what ingredients do you need? You can answer, I need 2 onions, 3 tomatoes, some rice, and a little salt. The words some and a little are very useful when you do not need to give an exact amount. Let's imagine you are explaining how to make your favorite meal. You could say, one of my favorite meals is chicken with rice. First, I wash the rice and prepare the vegetables. Then I cut the chicken into small pieces. Next, I cook the chicken with onions and some spices. After that, I cook the rice. Finally, I serve everything together. This explanation uses simple verbs, but it clearly describes the cooking process. Now let's talk about taste. Food can be sweet, salty, spicy, sour, bitter, fresh, or mild. You can say, I love spicy food, but my sister prefers mild food. You can say, this soup is a little salty. Maybe you enjoy desserts. I have a sweet tooth. So I really enjoy cakes and chocolate. The expression, have a sweet tooth, means you really like sweet foods. It is a useful expression in casual conversation. You can also describe food as delicious, tasty, amazing, fresh, or filling. If you do not enjoy something, you can say, it is not really my taste, or I am not a big fan of it. For example, I am not a big fan of very spicy food. This sounds softer and more natural than simply saying, I hate spicy food. When discussing food preferences, phrases like I prefer, I enjoy, and I'm not a big fan of are very useful. Now let's talk about eating out. Someone may ask, how often do you eat out? This means how often you eat at a restaurant, cafe, or another place outside your home. You can say, I usually eat out once or twice a week. Maybe you prefer home cooking. I don't eat out very often because I prefer cooking at home. Or perhaps you are busy. I often eat out during the week because I don't always have time to cook. When you go to a restaurant, you can talk about ordering food. You can say, I usually look at the menu and choose something simple. You might ask, what do you recommend? Or what is today special? If you are ordering, you can say, I'd like the grilled chicken, please. You can also ask, does this come with rice? These are practical phrases that can help you in real travel and restaurant situations. Let's practice a restaurant conversation. What would you like to order? I'd like the vegetable soup, please. Would you like anything else? Yes, I'll have the grilled chicken with rice. Would you like something to drink? Just water, please. Anything for dessert? Not right now, thank you. These sentences are short, polite, and useful when ordering food in English. Food is also connected to family and culture. Maybe your family has a dish that you often eat together. You can say, my family makes a special meal when we have guests. You might say, my grandmother taught my mother how to make this dish, and my mother taught me. Or, we usually cook this food for family celebrations. Talking about food traditions can turn a simple conversation into a personal story. Let's make a longer example. One of my favorite family meals is a rice dish that we often make when everyone is together. It takes some time to prepare, so we do not cook it every day. Usually several people help in the kitchen. Someone prepares the vegetables, someone cooks the meat, and someone makes the rice. I enjoy the meal, but I also enjoy the time we spend cooking together. Now let's talk about learning to cook. Maybe you learned from your parents. You can say, my mother taught me the basics of cooking when I was younger. Maybe you learned online. I learned many recipes by watching cooking videos. You could also say, I used to be terrible at cooking, but I have improved a lot. This is a nice way to talk about progress and show that a skill can become easier with practice. Remember, food conversations can move in many directions. You can talk about grocery shopping, ingredients, recipes, flavors, restaurants, family meals, or cooking skills. Start with a simple sentence such as, I really enjoy cooking, and then add when you cook, what you make, who you eat with, or why you enjoy it. These small details help you build longer answers and make everyday conversations in English feel much more natural. Now let's put everything together with a few complete examples. Imagine someone asks, what kind of food do you usually eat? You can say, I usually eat simple home-cooked meals. For breakfast, I often have eggs, bread, and tea. For lunch, I usually eat rice with vegetables or chicken. In the evening, I prefer something lighter, like soup or salad. On weekends, I sometimes make something special because I have more time to cook. This answer is simple, but it gives a clear picture of your food life. Here is another example for someone who loves cooking. Cooking is one of my favorite things to do. I usually cook in the evening after work, and I enjoy trying new recipes on weekends. My favorite meals to make are pasta, soup, and grilled chicken. I like using fresh vegetables and different spices. Cooking helps me relax, and I feel happy when other people enjoy the food I make. Notice how the speaker talks about both cooking habits and feelings. Maybe you do not enjoy cooking very much. You can still talk about food naturally. You could say, to be honest, I am not a big fan of cooking. I can make a few simple meals, but I do not like spending a long time in the kitchen. During the week, I usually make something quick, like eggs, rice, or pasta. Sometimes I order food when I am tired. I would like to learn a few more easy recipes in the future. Now let's practice describing a favorite dish. You could say, "One of my favorite dishes is vegetable soup. It is simple, warm, and filling. I make it with potatoes, carrots, onions, tomatoes, and a few spices. First, I chop the vegetables. Then I put everything in a pot with water and let it cook. I especially enjoy making it when the weather is cold. With basic cooking verbs and sequence words, you can explain a recipe clearly. You can also talk about a food memory. Maybe someone in your family made a special dish when you were younger. You could say, "When I was a child, my grandmother often cooked for our family. One of my favorite memories is sitting in her kitchen while she prepared dinner. The food always smelled wonderful, and everyone ate together. Even now, some foods remind me of those family meals." Food can be a great topic because it is often connected to people, places, and memories. Let's practice a natural conversation. What's your favorite food? Probably pasta. Do you cook it yourself? Yes, quite often. How do you make it? I usually make a simple tomato sauce with onions and a few spices. Do you follow a recipe? Not anymore. I've made it many times, so I usually cook without one. Do you enjoy cooking for other people? Yes, especially for family and close friends. What about you? Now it is your turn. Complete these sentences with your own information. My favorite food is, I like it because. For breakfast, I usually eat. I normally cook. One meal I can make well is. My favorite ingredients are. I prefer eating at home or eating out because. And one food I would like to learn how to make is. Connect your answers and try speaking for 1 or 2 minutes. You can also practice asking food questions. Try saying, "What kind of food do you like? Do you enjoy cooking? What can you cook well? How often do you eat out? What do you usually have for breakfast? Do you like spicy food? Who taught you how to cook? And is there a dish you would like to learn?" These questions are useful because food is an easy topic to discuss with friends, coworkers, classmates, and new people. Remember to use simple language when explaining recipes. You do not need to know every professional cooking word. Use verbs like wash, cut, chop, mix, add, boil, fry, bake, cook, and serve. Then organize the steps with first, then, next, after that, and finally. If you forget a word, describe what you mean using words you already know. Communication is more important than finding the perfect word. Before we finish, remember that talking about food can help you practice many areas of English. You can describe your daily routine, explain preferences, give instructions, tell stories about the past, and talk about future goals. You can say what you normally eat, explain how you prepare a dish, describe a restaurant experience, or talk about food traditions in your family. One simple topic gives you many opportunities to speak. Thank you for listening to Daily English Fluent Podcast. I am Jake, and I am very happy you practiced English with me today. Keep listening, keep speaking, and try using English the next time you prepare a meal. Name the ingredients, describe what you are doing, and explain each step aloud. Your kitchen can become a place to practice English. Keep practicing a little every day, and step by step, speaking will become easier and more natural. See you in the next podcast.